I almost made a terrible mistake.
And they somehow think that this is proof that the baby wants the meat. But look closely. This meat is covered in barbecue sauce, which is made of salt, sugar, and spices. The baby is enjoying the barbecue sauce, which is vegan. If this had been a lollipop, the child would have had the same reaction. If this had been somebody's penis covered in sauce, the child would have had the same reaction.
About 5 minutes ago, I was almost about to put the finishing touches on a longer video I've been working on when I saw this. I was about to give you the benefit of the doubt, Katie. In spite of everything you've done, I was going to offer you genuine advice as a fellow animal rights activist. I was even going to give you the name of a non-profit sea turtle hospital you could volunteer at so you could step away from all this and gain a new perspective on people. But now I'm not telling you shit, because that program also accepts minors as intern positions, and I don't think I can trust you around children after this. What the fuck, Katie? What the actual fuck were you thinking? You should know better than anyone else in the world how the sexualization of children has become such a massive problem these days due to the wide reach of the internet. It has always been a problem, but it has reached new heights since getting your hands on illegal material of children is easier now than it has ever been. There are people online making thirst traps with their children, setting up Patreons where the rewards are seeing their babies in swimsuits or compromising positions. Law enforcement officials are telling parents not to upload anything of their children, even to their private Facebook accounts, because some creep could add it to their disgusting wank bank or feed those pictures into an AI to make their very own AI-generated CP. And I don't feel comfortable saying that word, so I'm just gonna call it CP. Yet here you are, a woman who has worked with children, our most vulnerable members of our species, the youngest members of our species. If I remember right, you were an elementary school teacher. You should know better. You, who definitely had to be a mandated reporter sometimes to protect our most vulnerable, and you're sexualizing a baby. A fucking baby. Before you argue with me, no one else decided to encourage people to picture that baby being sexually assaulted. You did. No one compared this baby tasting barbecue sauce on a rib to raping them. You did. You were not forced. There was no one standing in the room holding a gun to your head, telling you to do it. You took a silly, innocent video of a baby tasting something new for the first time and forever plastered this disgusting imagery to it. How do you think that family's going to feel when they find out what you said? How do you think that baby is going to feel when they grow up and find out a nasty old woman decided to encourage over 200,000 subscribers to imagine them being forced to perform oral on someone? You know what they won't think? They won't think you made some grand, wonderful statement. No, they'll think you're nothing more than a creepy old pedophile, even if you aren't. You still have violated that child by taking their image and encouraging people to picture them in a sexually explicit light. This has done nothing but hurt everyone involved with you. You hurt the causes you're fighting for, you hurt other vegans or vegetarians who just want to live their lives, you hurt the chances of these animals you care so much getting better treatment, since all you've done is tarnished your cause with your actions. You've hurt the people who gave you so many chances to try and explain yourself and be shown in a better light, and most importantly, you've hurt that child who did nothing wrong except try something new that was offered to it. They experienced a small joy in this cruel fucking world, the joy of experiencing a new tasty treat for the first time, and you stomped all over it like the Wicked Witch of the West you've decided to be, except we can't throw water on you to melt you and make you go away. And now that you've caused a fire in the kitchen you weren't ready for, you're deciding you want to run away and hide. But the time for you to step away peacefully is now long fucking gone. You've crossed one of the worst lines you could possibly cross, and I don't fucking trust you around children if you can sexualize one so easily without even the slightest apology. I have not seen you apologize for the shit even though you need to, and take that fucking video down. We need to hold you accountable as a community so you'll never forget all the racist, transphobic, homophobic, bigoted, disgusting, and frankly predatory shit you've done, and to make sure you are never able to get close enough to a child to harm them ever again. We honestly should have seen this coming when she made sexually suggestive videos aimed at an at the time minor Tommy Innit. It was such a massive red flag, and we were stupid enough to overlook it when she first started making waves, and now it's come back to bite us all in the ass. I just feel so awful for that baby. They're going to have to live with this associated with them for such a long time, since the internet never forgets. And with how shitty other kids can be, and how perverted adults can be, I just hope they manage to somehow avoid any potential harm or danger, if in some miracle scenario never learned they were exploited like this. On a final, more positive note to this rather angry, fired-up rant, I've decided to end this off by reminding everyone that not all vegans or animal rights activists are like her. Some people just have a diet preference, and that's perfectly fine. Our species was meant to eat both plants and meat, so someone deciding to only do one or the other as long as they do it safely isn't a bad thing. Animal rights activists and environmentalists just want to help protect our planet and the creatures that live on it, and many of them do absolutely wonderful work to make a difference. They just want the abuse in the animal products industry to stop, and for the humane treatment of animals to become a widespread practice across the globe. Do not let this absolutely disgusting woman paint your perception of everybody and anyone who may decide to not eat animal product, or who fight to protect animals and bring an end to animal abuse throughout various industries. People like Katie are not actually dedicated to their causes if they can do something so awful and disgusting with the drop of a hat instead of actually trying to make a difference with their actions. How about you picture that, Katie? How about you let that sink in to your gut instead? How many times have you posted about going to animal shelters, volunteering at animal sanctuaries, adopting elderly or disabled pets, joining protests or signing petitions to protect wild animals, avoiding consuming certain plant products like palm oil so animals like orangutans don't lose their home? Have you ever picked up plastic on a beach? Have you ever been an educator for a volunteer program at a zoo or an animal sanctuary? Have you ever done anything besides make your cause look terrible, besides hurting people and now sexualizing minors? Have you done anything worthwhile whatsoever? No. No, she hasn't. You have not, Katie. You would rather sexualize a baby than do anything with your platform that could actually help your cause. And that is why we need to stop giving her as many chances as we have and get this slimy old woman removed from the platform she's on before she hurts anyone else. We have now officially discovered she literally has no fucking limits to what she will say and who she will exploit to get her stupid, batshit insane points across. It doesn't matter if it's an animal by depriving them of valuable nutrition, like what she did with her fucking dog. It doesn't matter if it's a child who literally doesn't know anything and who just wanted to have a tasty treat that was given to them by their relatives. She will stop at nothing and no one to get herself as much attention to feed her clout addiction instead of actually doing something with her fucking life. I'm Xena, and I'm really glad I didn't finish that video now. It sucks things had to come to this crescendo, but unfortunately you can't really predict how people are online these days. Someone who could have been your idol growing up, somebody who could have inspired you to even do something, try YouTube, try social media, try art, whatever, could turn out to just be the most disgusting person on the planet, to be a complete degenerate, to be someone not worth your time, and that's always hard. And it's even harder when you try to give that person the benefit of the doubt and they just spat in your face time and time again. If anything, I just feel terrible for Oompaville and his girlfriend because they gave this woman so many chances, and now she's gone and made them look like clowns, even though this isn't their fault. You know that some people are going to try and spin this back around on them. Anyway, just be nice to each other, be kind to each other, and be vigilant against the exploitation of children on the internet. Bring down the hammer on people who harm children like this. They are not acceptable. They should not be given passes in our society, and our priority should be the safety and well-being of these children. Well, that's all from me now. Bye, guys.